Anyway, for some local news, now, if you've been noticing, travel restriction has been difficult. Countries have been worrying about the spread of the virus. Our government is focusing or not focusing, based on the article here, according to philstar.com. Our government thought to it that implementing the child seat law or child car seat law, sorry, will be postponed for the foreseeable future. Now, I have no problem if they wanted to implement the car child seat law for the safety of our children or anyone. We don't want people to be harmed in an accident. And what's interesting here, uh, they're saying that the Filipinos are already facing so much hardship. Okay, which is reasonable. But shouldn't we be focusing more critical issues? If we're talking of safety here, how about the health of all citizens is one? And then if we're going to implement a law, why stop at child car seat, right? We keep on focusing on the large vehicles, right? How about the motorcycles that are not wearing proper, what do you call this? Proper gear, not wearing helmet, uh, riding capacity. You're allowed typically 1 to 2 passengers at a time. But yet on the road, you see 3 or even 4 people riding in one motorcycle or even a scooter. Just imagine how dangerous could that be if there were to be in an accident, right? I don't know where our priorities are, stating that they don't want to concern our citizens here, which is admirable in a sense, but when you're talking of safety here, we should be prioritizing, different aspect that needs our urgent attention here. And as mentioned in the article here, now, there's no reason to implement the law right now when the current community quarantines regime still prohibit children from going out of their houses, which is fine. Obviously, limiting the movement of children is one of the reasons, but should it stop you from implementing a law that is necessary? And the fact that there are other laws that needs to be prioritized, the health is one, and the infrastructure of our health system is another. But that's for another matter. Now, obviously, if it were to be enacted or implemented, later this year, so it requires children up to age of 12 or shorter than 4 feet 11 inches, you are required to use a car seat here. Obviously, if that were the case, there's going to be a boom or demand for car seats in the future. Now, is it going to be immediate? Obviously, it's going to be always a knee-jerk reaction here. And it was supposed to take last Tuesday, or this Tuesday, sorry, but they have postponed it, agreeing that enforcing the lack of guidelines and financial strain, which goes to my other point. It's one thing that you want to postpone because of the concerns of being, considerate of the situation is. The fact that they're already stating there's a lack of guidance, meaning it's not ready for implementation, right? That's all. That's our government for us, right? If the guidance is not yet ready, there's financial strain, then maybe we should not even consider that in the first place, right? And prioritize other things that are more vital in our country here. And worst case scenario here, and if it's implemented, you could be fined up to 5,000 pesos here, and along with that, your license will be suspended here. Now, obviously, safety is important. This is an important bill that should have been implemented long time ago. It's not just now. But I think, with the current conditions in our country, we should be prioritizing, other more critical aspects here. And according to the LTO, they're stating that they would not apprehend violators for 6 months, around until August this year. So guess what? Come Christmas time, they'll be, trying to catch as many people for violating those. So who will be earning those 5,000 pesos? Is it the government? Who knows? Anyway, prioritizing educating drivers and parents by distributing flyers regarding the mandatory car seat for children should be the priority. I think the law is not, I won't say important or necessary, but encouraging people to do the right thing is even more important. Just like wearing, safety helmets, right? For motorcyclists, wearing proper gear, not wearing slippers while, driving a motorcycle or even a sidecar and so forth, right? Could be dangerous and has caused accidents, especially, for what I've seen, if one wrong move from a motorcycle could be catastrophic and deadly. And, hopefully the government could help encourage people to wear their helmets, right? Create a program that would encourage all citizens to wear it and have a, what do you call this, a role model to exemplify that wearing a helmet is the best thing to do here.